What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at one of the flowers for January, and I figured since 90% of the human population lives in the northern hemisphere, we might as well start with one that is reminiscent of the season they are currently experiencing, winter, which on a hot ass day like today, kind of wish we were in, mainly just because I just had to move my car back so my brother could wash his, and it's hot. It's almost seatbelt becomes branding iron hot where I'm living. Nice beautiful day, I'm not complaining. About a week ago we had like 2 or 3 weeks of just non-stop rain, so I'm happy that we have clear skies. Not complaining at all, but it is a bit hot. So we're going to be looking at the Galanthus, more commonly known as the snowdrop. If I remember to, I'll leave the link to this website down below, but I'm basically going to be reading it word for word, basically. So yeah, but we're going to have a look at the symbolism of it, try and see if we can figure out why it's one of the January flowers. You've also got to remember that it being a symbol of the month may have some sort of an effect on therefore the overall meaning of what the month is, and therefore if you were born in January, how that can then affect whether, like, what parts of either being a Capricorn or Aquarius you are. But yeah, so here we go. So the snowdrop is one of the first flowers to appear in the spring as it works its way through the snow to bloom. These tiny flowers grow only 3 to 4 inches tall and make excellent ground cover in the garden. And they can be forced to bloom during winter from bulbs as well. The snowdrop flower has several meanings depending on the context. The most common meanings are, and these don't, this website tells you that it depends on the context and then doesn't tell you what those contexts should be. But purity, hope, rebirth, and consolation or sympathy. A little bit of etymology for you, which if you don't know is just sort of like the origin of words, the study of the origin of words. So snowdrops, known scientifically as Galanthus nivalis, earned their name from the combination of two Greek and Latin words. So the first word, Galanthus, is Greek and essentially means milk flower or milk white flower, depending on how you translate the word that means milk. I have seen one where it just says milk flower, and then nivalis just means resembling snow, and it was classified by Linnaeus in 1753. Alright, so the snowdrop flower has enjoyed a rich and varied history that includes several legends about how the flower came to be. Now, this one, I could read you some. There's the Garden of Eden legend. We've got a German one, we've got a Moldovan one, we've got a Romanian one, Victorian customs. The Victorian one's actually pretty interesting. It sort of goes against all of the other definitions, which is kind of funny. The United States, I'm assuming this is like a more modern one. And it simply just puts there that snowdrop shares its symbolism with the carnation as their birth flower for the month of January. We'll see how we go. If all the months end up having multiple flowers, and I'm pretty sure they do, the carnation will be next year. We will look at the carnation and symbolism of that So if you want to see that video, you will have to subscribe and put the notification bell on and be sticking around for 2021 and all the goodness that it should bring us. But yeah, for the most part, I'm gonna drop the link, and you guys can read whichever legends you choose. They are quite big paragraphs there. Alright, so snowdrops are one of the few flowers that come in only one colour, and that is obviously white. This is probably why the snowdrop symbolises purity, the traditional meaning of white flowers. It is also just, in general, the symbolic meaning of the colour white, so not so much just for flowers. It's got some of its meaningful botanical characteristics. Medicinal, galanthamine, an alkaloid found in the snowdrop flower, is currently approved for the treatment of Alzheimer's in several countries. It can be effective in treating diseases of the nervous system, and is being studied for its effectiveness in treating HIV as well, which is pretty cool. Religious characteristics. The snowdrop flower is also used in religious ceremonies. In the 15th century, monks planted snowdrops in monastery gardens during the Candlemas, which is Feb 2, which we will be looking at on this channel as well when it comes up to Feb 2. Not specifically Candlemas, but there is another Sabbat on that day that we're going to be looking at. But during Candlemas, the picture of the Virgin Mary was removed and snowdrop petals were displayed instead. And then its ornamental use is that it's used just ornamentally. It's got their snowdrops are used as ornamental plantings, potted plants or cut flowers. They're just pretty. People like to look at them. Special occasions for the snowdrop flowers. Snowdrops are appropriate either as an expression of sympathy or as an expression of celebration. When presented to a wedding party, a floral display of snowdrops speaks of optimism and hope. They symbolize sympathy when given on a solemn occasion, such as after death, loss, or misfortune. And its message is typically positive, signifying hope, rebirth, and a bright future. Which you can sort of translate into that meaning that January born babies will purely based on just this flower alone are more likely to be your happy-go-lucky, focus on the positive type people, while also having that caring, sort of sympathetic side to them as well when bad stuff does happen. Which, I mean, you can't really ask for much more in a best friend. They're happy for you when you're happy, and they're there to console you when you're not. Pretty good, as well as the perseverance it takes and like the determination it takes to be one of the first flowers to bloom, because you've literally got to grow up through snow to do so, and only coming to 3 or 4 inches high. You get 5 inches of snow, that flower ain't even going to break the surface of the snow. So the fact that they do try to push themselves up through the snow so that they can bloom is just something else as well. Yeah, that's all I've got for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Once again, make sure to click that link below, go and read those legends. Let me know which one your favorite is. I've had a quick scan of them. They're all pretty interesting. And yeah, so let me know which one of those legends is your favorite. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. And if you want to be notified when I upload a new one, make sure to ring that bell. And with all of that out of the way, guys, until next time, keep your head screwed on.